Welcome back to Wrestling World. Today we'll be taking a look at a personal story between Bianca Belair and Naomi, some bad news for Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch getting called out, and more. Let's start things off with the Bianca Belair and Naomi personal story. Royal Rumble was obviously a big night for Bianca Belair, who ended up winning the whole match. But it was also a big night for Naomi, who made her WWE return after being away from the WWE for several months. Naomi and Bianca Belair shared a special moment in the match where they helped each other from possible elimination. But thanks to some WWE photos, we can definitely see that Bianca and Naomi shared another special moment together backstage. Bianca Belair and Naomi took to Twitter to share these personal stories and experiences that they had with each other. Bianca started off the interaction by having this to say: "Sometimes we can beat each other down so much that we become each other's worst critics. It benefits no one. Work together, build each other up, help each other out, and in the process, we both win. Love to see us win. At Naomi WWE. Hashtag Women Empowering Women." Naomi responded to Bianca Belair by sharing this message on Twitter: "I can't find the words to express what it means to me to have you here. Witnessing your journey, excellence, grace, beauty, strength is truly inspiring. I feel like a proud sister. They say a picture speaks 1,000, so I'll just leave this one here." She then posted a picture of them together from backstage at Royal Rumble. Bianca and Naomi's history goes deeper than that. Bianca Belair responded right back and revealed that she once saw Naomi as inspiration and saw a little of herself when she looked at Naomi. Bianca had this to say: "I remember in 2016, before I started in NXT, I went to a show in Atlanta, Georgia, and saw you perform live. I saw myself in you. I could imagine myself in the ring when I looked at you. Thank you for embracing and welcoming me. And I'ma have dropped this one here too." Bianca posted another backstage picture from the Royal Rumble event. So just a heartwarming and full circle story for Bianca and Naomi. From Bianca watching Naomi as a fan to sharing a ring with her, she's come a long way since 2016. Bianca Belair is, of course, the 2021 Royal Rumble winner, and will have a massive match at WrestleMania no matter what champion she selects. But hopefully we'll be able to see Bianca Belair and Naomi share the ring with each other in a big singles match, because everyone would love to see that matchup one day. So there seems to be some good news and bad news for Rhea Ripley's current status. The good news is that yes, Rhea Ripley is officially on the main WWE roster now. However, the bad news seems to be that WWE still doesn't know what brand Rhea Ripley will be a part of quite yet. We saw a similar thing play out with Damian Priest recently. WWE wanted to introduce him into the Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens storyline, but the idea was taken down by Reigns and Owens because it made no sense. Then they saved his debut for the Royal Rumble and placed him on Raw. He's also teaming with Bad Bunny, so everything seems to be working out well for Damian Priest right now. It's Rhea Ripley who's basically in the uncertain position right now. Will she go to Raw or will she go to Smackdown? The question still remains to be answered, but just by looking at the rosters, the Smackdown women's division is absolutely loaded right now. So it would make more sense for Rhea Ripley to go over to Raw, but we don't know for sure. There's also a rumor that there might be no women's elimination chamber match this year, which also is unfortunate because it could have been a great spot for Rhea Ripley to shine at. Similar to how Shayna Baszler made a name for herself in the 2020 Elimination Chamber when she eliminated every participant in the match. The Elimination Chamber could have been a great platform to really showcase Rhea Ripley at. But unfortunately, that doesn't seem like it can happen if this Elimination Chamber rumor is true. But what are your thoughts on this Rhea Ripley update, and where do you think she should end up at? Next up, we have Becky Lynch and the rest of the 4 horsewomen being called out by a horsewoman herself. This week was the 6-year anniversary of the legendary fatal 4-way match between Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Bayley, and Sasha Banks. It was the only fatal 4-way match to include the 4 horsewomen going up against each other. Well, Bayley recently posted a picture of the match acknowledging the anniversary, but also called out Becky Lynch, Sasha, and Charlotte for a rematch. Bayley obviously didn't come out on top of the Fatal 4-Way match from all those years ago, but she still wants another match with the four of them. It's honestly not a bad idea at all. The four horsewomen have been involved with each other a lot on the main roster, but despite them constantly crossing paths with each other, we never got another Fatal 4-Way with all four of them. It's been 6 years since they all faced each other in the same match. So, could Bayley be onto something here? Could it be the right time for WWE to get all four horsewomen involved in another Fatal 4-Way match? Corey Graves recently started up a discussion that has a lot of fans talking and reminiscing. Corey recently opened up about how he misses NXT Asuka, who was not only on the top of the scariest women in WWE, she was also the scariest superstars out of the locker room. He had this to say about NXT Asuka. I really miss NXT Asuka. I got to call her Rise, her undefeated streak. She was terrifying. I used to talk about it on commentary. I would make jokes about how Asuka scared me, but I was not joking. She had this aura, this magic about her, and you heard her music and someone was about to get beat up. It was really cool. Over the past several weeks, and it sucks. I'm saying this as she is Raw Women's Champion, and I don't mean to diminish that accomplishment. I just think this is an opportunity for Asuka to recapture that dominance and persona that inspired fear, as opposed to she has good matches. She likes to dance, and it's funny when she screams in Japanese. I just want that woman who terrifies people. Corey absolutely nailed it right there. It's nothing against Asuka, the performer and the wrestler. She's the current champion and obviously a phenomenal overall talent, but she has completely lost her NXT persona and character. That character no longer exists in WWE. Like Corey said, it's entertaining when she screams, dances, and has fun, but we miss that NXT character who was almost like the Fiend. You saw NXT Asuka coming out and you knew someone was about to get dominated, and she was legitimately scary. It even got to the point where fans were complaining about her never-ending winning streak as well. Asuka is still untouchable and perfect in the ring, but like Corey said, it feels like she's lost that NXT aura and mystique about her character. Asuka isn't alone. You can make this same argument for a lot of NXT talent that has been called up. You take a look at Aleister Black, Shayna Baszler, Andrade, Nakamura, Finn, and so much more. All superstars that had bigger than life characters in NXT and felt special, like special attraction superstars. But when they came to the main roster, they lost their NXT personas and momentum. Nakamura, the most as well. His situation was very similar to Asuka's. Nakamura was this unstoppable force that felt like the next biggest WWE attraction. But then he comes to the main roster, and a lot of that aura was lost in the shuffle somewhere along the way. So it's a great point that Corey Graves brought up. Hopefully we're able to tap back into that NXT version of Asuka when she turns heel or feuds with Charlotte. Charlotte currently has her hands full with the entire Ric Flair and Lacey Evans situation, but she's still technically Asuka's tag team partner. So we sort of expect to see some fallout between Charlotte and Asuka, and maybe that can be used to push Asuka's character back into her NXT self. Charlotte turns on her, and it makes Asuka get more serious again. Something like that would be perfect and help us get back to that NXT version of Asuka. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments, don't forget to subscribe, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.